All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video check-in. So, basically, I didn't look when my last check-in video was, but I was definitely talking about how I gave myself a setback by trying to do too much, which is a very common theme in my life. But through trial and error, I am getting better at handling these things. So I guess there's three main points I just want to talk about. The first one is I'm still confident I will get out of this despite this recent setback. So just to say it, clearly, the setback was the fact that I pushed myself too hard with working out because I get excited that working out is helping my mental health, and then I just go all in on working out. And then some, so I go more than all in, and I end up burning myself out to the point of extreme fatigue, which in the end just sets me back way further than if I had just gotten moderately so. That's the setback, and I'm learning from my mistakes, and I don't plan on doing that again, although I've done it a few times already. Hopefully be more mindful in the future. The second thing I want to talk about is the theory of why I think my protocol will work. So basically, the way I view things is that depersonalization is a byproduct of depression. I don't think that depersonalization is this thing that you have to do these exercises and then you think the right way for a certain number of days and then boom, you snap out of it. I think it's possible that that's true for some people who got it suddenly as an onset from weed or something. But if you have it chronically, which maybe is the minority of viewers, to be honest, but I think I guess a more holistic way of viewing DP is that it can be caused by multiple things that cause you stress. It's not necessarily what I'm saying is the cause for me. So my cause is depression and loneliness, all those mixed together, lack of purpose, things like that. So but what I'm really trying to get across is that I really don't believe that depersonalization is this thing that I have to it's not the main problem. It's a byproduct of a larger problem. And I think most people would agree with that, but I also think that there's a certain tendency in this community to emphasize practices, and you have to change the way you think, and you have to do these exercises, you have to do interoception every day. I personally just don't put a lot of value in that. I put a lot more value in making your life better, and you can do those things along the way, but if your life sucks and you have depersonalization, you should focus on making your life better as best as you can. So then the last thing is basically this is a pretty strange, or not strange, but nuanced point I'm going to make. But basically what I found is, as I try to make sense of my own mental health problems, and sometimes I'll say, in the past I've said meditation helped me a lot, and then for the last few months I felt like it just was not what I needed to do, but then now I'm kind of coming back around to it. And so I think it's important to realize that we have different needs at different stages in our recovery, or just life in general. Depending on where you're at in life, you're going to crave certain things, you're going to benefit from certain things, and other things aren't going to help you. So I think if anyone tries to give you a one-size-fits-all cure for your problems, that's generally assigned to either dig deeper on your own or just kind of dismiss them if they're certain that they can give you this blueprint to get out of DPDR or depression or whatever. I would say generally that's not going to generally be the case, unless this person is like extremely smart and you resonate strongly with them and you feel like you have a very similar personality type. But what I've learned is that like I've gone to like multiple therapists and they all kind of give the same advice, which is like very decent advice for like the average person. But this isn't about me like flaunting or anything like that, but I'm a pretty smart person. I don't want to like throw IQ around numbers around or anything, but I pretty high IQ, relatively speaking, compared to like the average person. So, and I also just have like different like personality traits than like the average person. So what I found is that people would give advice that would help the average person, and it wouldn't help me. In fact, it would make my life worse. But the more I go into like my own life and my own morality and discover things that help me personally, especially given where I'm at energetically in terms of like how much energy do I have to expend today, I've found that that has helped me with like state of mind a lot more than just generic advice. So this is just all to say, it doesn't seem like it's saying much, but I guess what I'm saying is there's some credence to like every sort of theory about what people have gone through and how they can help. So like someone will give advice and like maybe it doesn't seem that good to you at this moment, but maybe at a different moment in your life it'll seem like really good advice. So this is just all to say, you have to more than anything, you have to be honest with yourself and see if advice you hear is really suitable to you at a certain time. And then also, as I was saying about my own life, don't feel bad about yourself. Feel like saying like, oh well, I used to think this way, I used to be so confident, but now I'm not, and now I act a certain way, and I wish I acted like that. It's like you have to you have to address your needs at whatever level you're at, and that's more of a psychological example. But another example is like I'll just relate this to my own life, and then I'll wrap this up because I don't want to talk for too long. But I'll bring this back to what I was just talking about, which is like meditation. A few months ago, or maybe 6 months ago, I was all in on meditation because it was helping me a lot. But then I got really into working out, and then working out burned me out, drained all of my mental energy for literally like 2 months. And only right now am I getting back into it. But during those 2 months, I was not able to meditate and like see any sort of benefit. I just had constant obsessive thoughts running through my head, and I could not defeat them. I could not get like on top of them. Meditation was not helpful. The only thing that was helpful was regenerating energy by laying down and relaxing and resting for literally, like I said, 2 months. And then now I'm at a point where meditation is starting to sound nice again. Working more often is sounding nice again. So basically you have to, so the final point about that is, what I recommend you do is you have like check-ins with yourself. Sometimes I'm doing this every day where I ask myself, what would be good for me today? How do I feel if I'm going to do something? Like if I'm going to work out, I'm going to ask myself, do I have the energy to push myself? I'm always doing these check-ins to make sure I'm not overexerting myself. Or maybe I have a check-in and I'm saying, you know what, man, you haven't really been doing enough lately, so maybe you have to do more. So I do recommend, you could call that a form of meditation, but it's really just a check-in with yourself. And the reason I hammer this last point home so much is because I guess I'm kind of making sense of things I've said in the past that and I'll probably say in the future that don't exactly line up with what I'm saying right now. And I also want to extend that kind of grace to other people. Like it's okay to have this kind of like fluctuating identity that goes, one way and then the other. We do have different parts of our personality, as well as we go through stressful times that will change what makes sense to us, what appeals to us. So it really just comes down to being honest with yourself, and trying to act with integrity. So I know that was like a philosophical video in some regard, but I wanted to just get a video out and explain that, things are kind of going back on track, and I do expect things to get better. But also, as I'm logging this, I don't know if I'll try to monetize through coaching or anything, or if I'll just, give all this information away for free. But basically, I also want to give people hope. If you watch these videos, I'm pretty confident I'm going to get out of this, even though I'm not right now. So if I do, you'll be able to see that in this moment, January 9th, 2024, I'm not currently out of it. I haven't been out of it for a very, very long time, not even a break from it, but I'm still confident I'm going to get out of it. So that's the update video, and I'll see you guys soon.